Hello everyone! The video you're watching right now about my visit to Salina Turda is actually day 2 of my trip to Cluj-Napoca. So if you're curious about all the fancy cool stuff that me and my friend did in Cluj and you want to see a vlog of that, then check out that other video that will be pinned somewhere around here. Hey friends! New day! We are now again in the city and we are trying to figure out our life and we are trying to get to Salina Turda, which would be very cool. The morning started with a bang because we knew we would not be able to eat lunch because we would be the entire time in the salt mine. So we needed to have a huge breakfast. So we got first sandwiches and then we actually moved to a different place to have cake. Peace, love, and coffee. Then we managed to catch the bus that goes from Cluj-Napoca to Turda, but we had an issue. This is the "we fucked up" clip. Yeah, as I premised, we kind of fucked up, but it was not really our fault. It was just that the bus had to take a detour because of road work, and we didn't realize or we didn't know which was the new road, and we didn't get off when we should have. So instead of being dropped off really close to the entrance of the salt mine, we actually ended up on the complete opposite side of Turda, and we had to walk through the entire town, like really 40 minutes of walking. But a positive side of that was that we managed to catch this really weird, really beautiful building that was like almost a castle, perfectly built, perfectly new, but also completely abandoned, so that was weird. In the end, we did manage to arrive to Salina Turda. We got our tickets with a student discount, which is always nice, and then we prepared to actually get inside the salt mine. I found out later that there were actually 2 entrances, and we were entering through the secondary one, which is actually where most people get out. So instead of being in the center of the salt mine, we were further away from it, and we first had to go through this very long corridor, which I loved because I love anything that is like underground, a little bit spooky. And you could also see all the salt crystallized on the walls of this corridor. And I mean, I was so excited. To be completely honest, I was having already the time of my life, and this was not even the fun part or the touristic part. It was just a very long tunnel. But I mean, look at all the salt, so crunchy. I just wanted to just like take a piece and bite into it. It was the best thing. I was completely in love, and it did look like extremely creepy at the same time. This first section, apart from being very pretty, was also really interesting because it was the more museum part, and you could see a lot of the machinery, a lot of the things that were actually used in the mine, and it was really, really interesting also to read the history of it, because it's a fucking long history. It went from like something like the 12th century all the way to 1932 when it was closed, so there's a lot to learn about this place, and it was really, really atmospheric and really, really educational to be there, and it was very cool. But let's be honest with ourselves. As any other adrenaline junkie, the museum part is very cool, but the moment when I really, really, really get excited is when I see stairs, because stairs means we are starting to go down. And this, for me, was really the moment when I started losing it, because we were starting our descent into the center of the earth, if you ask me, and I was so excited. It was so cool. Oh my God. And one really, really, really amazing spot was when we reached this kind of corridor thingy. We were so high up. I wish the video could pick up on that. And now you are going to get the first glimpse of the magical universe of craziness that is standing at the bottom of this salt mine. Because, oh my God, you are not ready for what people did in this space to make it a touristic attraction. You are so not ready. Oh my God. in the nicest way I could possibly mean this. This is insanity. Look at this. Basically, what they did was, in order to reopen this place to the public and to make it interesting to people, not only from the geology side of things, the history side of things, they built a legitimate amusement park inside of the salt mine. They have everything. They have mini golf. They have like a playground for children. They have a Ferris wheel. They have a literal souvenir shop. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's this entire amusement park inside of the salt mine, so that kids, with their families on the weekend, instead of going to the playground, they'll be like, let's go to the salt mine. But just in case you're saying, well, I don't really want to go to an amusement park, where's the fun in that? Then, first of all, my friend, you're very boring. But second of all, there's more. For you, there is more. There is a lower level of this mine. And I am screaming inside because there is no way that this place is real. There is a lower level with a lake. Oh my God. Like, you are here walking on this little bridge, bringing you to an island in the middle of a lake, in the middle of a salt mine. You are so deep into the ground, and you are just there with your little date or with your parents or with your friend, I don't know, just like, rowing in your little boat, and you have this echo, this sound above you. Oh my God. As always, I'm sorry that my camera is not really good enough to pick up on how beautiful, truly beautiful this was. But let me tell you this was one of the most amazing and impressive places I've ever been to. The atmosphere was unmatched by any other underground spot I've ever been to. And the only regret I have is that we didn't have enough money to really get the boat, because that would have been the highlight of my entire existence on planet Earth. But it was still a great time, and we did spend quite a long time in here, because once again, it was just great to just be there. And I wish I could go there more often if it was not so far away from Bucharest. But eventually we did decide to go back out, so we left the cave, and we had a snack at the bus stop, or at least so we thought, because wait for it, this is where drama begins. Friends, I know it's so surprising, but guess what? We are lost. We cannot find our bus. We are stuck here forever. We might just die here. If I don't upload in like 1 month, please come look for me. Thank you. We are in Turda. So we might have found the bus stop, except there is no bus stop. There is no bus, but there could be a bus. There is, however, no stop, and that is a certainty. So we are just waiting, like literally, I will show you in this piece of road, doing nothing, waiting for a bus that might come, might not. Yeah, the bus did come after we waited an hour and a half, but it did come. And when we got back to Cluj-Napoca, it was not evening yet, but it was also late afternoon. And we decided to have an early dinner because we were going to be taking our night train at around 8 or 9, I don't really remember. But we just decided to spend our last few hours in this Indian restaurant that was, by the way, extremely good. It was so delicious. And then we just headed to the train station, took our train, and settled in for something like 12 hours of train time. Hello friends, we made it back to Bucharest. It is 6:30 in the morning and we survived. We survived the night train without a sleeping place. It was fine, but now we might just go home and sleep some more. So this is it. As always, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye!